What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here to talk about some UFC championship runs, some title wins that would carry life, that would save the UFC, that would just make everything like sunshine and rainbows the way it is right now, because we have JDM. Mate, JDM's got the fucking belt. We've got Volker's champion. Dominic Reyes is coming off wins. Bot Nickel got beat by Rainier Derrida. Like, life is just different right now. The air is just different. So today, we're going to go through every division. We're going to talk about the fighter that would win the belt and life would continue or start to feel that way again. Hopefully that makes sense. This is just the champion that I want to see for every division. This is not including people that have already been champion, because obviously we've got Charles Oliveira, myself, literally, Petr Yan, Sean O'Malley, right? These are good options, but I wanted to go more into people winning the belt for the first time that would absolutely liven up life and the UFC. All right, dude, let's get into this, man. Starting off, flyweight division. I feel like it's been a minute since I did a video like this, but let's get into this, dude. Flyweight division. Come on, man. You literally knew who it was before I even said shit, bro. The second you clicked on this video, you knew Joshua Van was going to be here, because this little blockhead means something to me, man. This little fucking, like, zombie villager from like a little baby villager. I'm not going to say the ridiculous meme. This guy means something to me, man. And when Joshua Van wins that fucking belt, dude, when he walks down Pantoja, pieces him up, Pantoja gets on the mic up. Guys, I worked so hard for this fight, guys. Respect to Joshua, good fight. I fight for a long time, guys. I have to retire, guys. When Joshua Van takes the throne, when he takes the torch, he says, Pantoja, we're good, bro. We're good. Take a seat, buddy. We got Joshua Van. Life's just going to hit fucking different, man. There's something about the way that this guy fights that he reminds me of like Max Holloway, Petr Yan. He is just such a fan-friendly fighter to watch. He's extremely young. And I feel like that a world where Joshua Van is the flyweight champion, this division is booming. Right? This division is bumping. It's exciting. We're kind of going, holy shit, flyweight's kind of good. I feel like that's what this symbolizes. So for me, when I look at the rest of the division, obviously Brandon Royval winning the belt would be cool. Maybe it happens in the meantime. You know, Steve Erceg getting back the belt would be great. But for me, Joshua Van is the pick here. All right, dude. Let's move on to the Bantamweight division. And I'm starting to change my tune a little bit, man. I feel like this was a guy I've been hating on for a little bit, but the more that I think about it, I kind of understand what some of you guys are saying, dude. I would not be mad at Corey Sandhagen winning the belt, dude. I know he's a fucking nerd, dude. I know he is, bro. But I kind of like Corey Sandhagen now. I don't know what it is, man. I think it's because he's locked in and he's like embracing the meme that he's like a nerd and, you know, no one wants to see him fight for the belt. I like the fact that he's embraced it and he's coming back a little bit more aggressive. So when I look at the Bantamweight division and who hasn't been a champion, because obviously, like I said at the start of the video, Petr Yan getting the belt back. Dude, imagine me getting the freaking belt back, dude. Imagine me and Schmidt in Vegas, dude, celebrating with the belt, dude. A couple of baddies from Georgia, bro. Obviously, I want to see O'Malley sleep Merab, bro. Obviously, I want to see Yan get the fucking belt back in a war with O'Malley, right? But when I look at the bantamweight contenders that haven't touched the belt, it's like Umar Nurmagomedov, who's going to fight once a year, okay? We're looking at fucking Amin Zahabo. We're looking at fucking Cheeto Vera. I'm not doing that, dude. So when I look at that division, Corey Sandhagen winning the belt would actually be kind of cool. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know how this kid's supposed to get his hands on the belt when O'Malley pieces him up. Merab probably smudges him. I think he could low-key out-damage Merab. I do think he would do better against Merab than a lot of people are willing to admit, just because of his aura is just being like a nerd or whatever. But I do think there's a world where Sandhagen could damage up Merab really badly. Maybe his takedown defense clutches up and he doesn't just freeze on the feet. You know, it's hard to tell with Corey, but maybe he's developing a clutch gene, and I think him winning the belt would be really cool because he is a really exciting fighter for the most part. I think we all were absolutely fucking loving this guy when he went on that run on Fight Island where he KO'd Marlon Moraes. He got robbed by TJ Dillashaw. You know, he was just beating like all these little midgets at bantamweight with like flying knees, spinning head kicks, all this shit. You know, great fight against Petr Yan as well. I think Sandhagen, if he manages to beat Petr Yan in a rematch, because I swear to fucking God, bro, I swear if they actually do this Petr Yan Marcus McLeod fight, or whatever this fucking guy's name is, I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say. I feel like the UFC sometimes they're like, oh, bedtime thinks the division should make sense. Nah, let's just make Marcus McGee Petr Yan. Fuck it, dude. Let's see what he does, dude. They're testing my fucking patience. So if the UFC makes some sense, some logical sense for once, and we get Corey versus Yan 2, and maybe Corey manages to win that, it's a tough fight for him still, but I could see a possibility of that happening. I think Corey getting the belt would be kind of cool to see. I'm not gonna hate on Sandhagen much more. Okay, guys, I'm changing my tune. Let's move on now. Let's move on to the featherweight division, and I'm just gonna be real. I'd never want Volk to lose the belt. I want Volk to retire as champion once he pieces up. Mate, Volk versus fucking Evloev. He's going to be popping the jab. He's going to be stuffing takedowns. Mate, I trained with Volk back in Wing Dang back in 97. Mate, he's a fucking animal, all right? That being said, eventually there's going to be a day where someone else is the featherweight champion. I don't want to see Gene Silva barking over Volk's corpse. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Evloev smudge Volkanovski. That's not allowed to happen. I want Arnold Allen to be champion, dude. I think life would be fucking hitting different, dude. I think we'd be throwing fucking... What's some British food that doesn't taste like fucking prison food? I don't know, dude. But we'd be throwing some dog food on the barbie. Like we're living in the UK. If fucking Arnold Allen gets the belt, mate. Mate, Arnold Allen by fucking TKO. Yeah, that's my new impression, dude. British casual, dude. Let's fucking go. But yeah, Arnold Allen getting the belt would be sick, dude. Because I feel like he'd just put his head down and start swinging. Start scrapping with somebody. He just pieces up Gene Silva. The emotes don't work on him. He's just walking down Gene Silva doing it, like flicking his arms out and shit, dude. I think Arnold Allen getting the belt would be a peak in the featherweight division. I don't know what it would say about the actual quality of this weight class. I will say that. I don't think Arnold Allen is the caliber of featherweight that I'm like confident, yeah, one day he will be champion. But I could see a weird little path opening up for him if the right matchup presents itself, or, you know, he improves a little bit in some areas that I think only need little tweaks. We can all agree that Arnold Allen getting the belt would be fucking amazing. And the best part of it would be, it would probably be an absolute, similar to what we all love about JDM, what we all glaze about JDM, and we all agree he's the best welterweight of all time. The thing that we love about JDM is similar to Arnold Allen. He would win the belt in like a fucking war. Like he would go life and death, absolutely piece up Gene Silva, right? Drop him. You know, he's getting taken down. He gets dropped. He gets back up. You know, after a crazy fight like that, Joe Rogan comes up to him. Arnold Allen gets on the mic. I almost forgot. Happy birthday, Nan. Didn't forget. Well, you know, what's next? Well, I gotta go grocery shopping tomorrow. Gotta get some milk. Probably have a wank later and go to bed, mate. Like, Arnold Allen's such a fucking cool dude, bro. I love Arnold Allen. I hope he wins the belt one day. He's going in the featherweight division, all right, man? Now, lightweight division. Like I said, if this was anyone that's already been champion, I can agree. And you guys think I'm a Charles hater. I can agree that Charles Oliveira getting the belt back would be cool to see. I do think that would seem like a recession indicator in the division because Arman already beat him. Islam clearly beat him easily. I think Ilia Topuria is going to be able to beat him if they fight each other. But it would be cool to see. In terms of people that haven't been champion yet, would Justin Gaethje winning the belt be cool? Sure, dude. Again, recession indicator. I want to see Paddy Pimblett as lightweight champion. I want to see the fucking rage, dude. And I need Ilia to be the guy that he beats, man. I need this script to unfold, and I feel like it's going to happen, dude. I'm going to trust... You know what? I'm going to say it. This will happen. Clip this. This will happen. Ilia Topuria beats Charles Oliveira International Fight Week. Set. Islam Makhachev does not come back down and fight him. Set. Even though... You know what? I'm going to talk about Islam while I'm here as well. The fact that people genuinely think this Islam-Ilia fight now no longer can happen because Bilal Muhammad's the champion, even though Islam was just waiting to slime out Bilal if he had to, right? He has no regard for Bilal Muhammad, right? The fact that people genuinely have been gaslit by this motherfucker, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm an Islam fan, but I just have to say it like it is. The fact people have been gaslit by this motherfucker, that he can only fight one more time this year. You fought Renato Moicano, you took 0 damage. That's a fact. Number 1. You have Arman Sarukian there who does deserve a title shot. That's a fact. Number 2. Here's a crazy fucking thought as well. JDM just fought. He just fought and you didn't. You have 0 damage on your body. You're not in Ramadan. You have no excuses. Why don't you as Islam Makhachev, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, who has this famous quote of, brother, I fight anybody, brother. Doesn't matter who. If he 155s, bring him here. If you can make King Kong 155s, bring him here. I know that's Khabib, by the way. I know that. But I'm just saying, like, they always talk like that. If he can make 155, bring him here, brother. Here's a crazy fucking idea. Why don't you fight Ilia Topuria in June at International Fight Week and then fight JDM at the end of the year? Boom, 2 problems solved in 1 year, you lazy fuck. Instead, for some reason, people are totally okay and accepting of this fact that now Islam Makhachev is going to sit out for until fucking October for no apparent reason so he can fight JDM and avoid the Ilia Topuria fight, or avoid fighting Arman Sarukian as well, because that's another fight that we all wanted to see. Regardless of that, let me stop ranting. Paddy Pimblett as champion would be hilarious. I want Ilia to win the belt, and I want Paddy to be the guy that beats him. I don't want it to be Charles. I love Charles Oliveira. I don't think it would be as funny if Charles fraud checks Ilia than if Paddy Pimblett... Mate, you know, I'm fucking starving, you know. Little hand sanitizer boy. I told you lot, yeah. Yeah, the little Spanish chorizo lad teabagged him. Wasn't even hard, lad. He's a fucking midget, lad. I told you, lad. Yeah, what now? What now? I just want Paddy Pimblett to tap out Ilia Topuria. Is that too much to ask for? That would make my life. That would make life like those little salsa dancing like edits that everybody's been seeing on Reels, dude. That's what I mean by this video. Would it not just be a crazy good day if Paddy Pimblett just teabags Ilia Topuria and just ends all his hype? And then sitting at the post-fight thing eating a cheeseburger. Mate, I don't know, lad. I don't know, lads. Don't know what's next, lad. You know what I mean? I'm fucking hungry, lad. Just lets out a fart. Like that to me is peak UFC. So that's what I want to see at lightweight. Let me move on to the welterweight division. I don't ever want to see JDM lose this fucking belt, brother. I don't think I'm ready for the day where JDM somehow loses this belt, because I think he can beat every single person in the top 15. Every single person in the top 15, JDM can beat them. 110%, I believe it. In my heart, I know it. I know it, bro. I know it, dude. You guys think this is like a gimmick? No, I live this shit, dude. I live this shit, bro. But that being said, it would be cool to see Joaquin Buckley win the belt. I love Joaquin Buckley's style. I love his story. He's one of my favorite welterweights. I've been a big fan of Joaquin Buckley for a long time. If anybody's going to take the throne from JDM, I want it to be Joaquin Buckley. I don't want to see Sean Brady sitting at the press conference with a fucking, swollen shut face because he laid on JDM for 20 minutes, with the belt on the thing. I'm the best fucking fighter in the world, dude. I'm the best fucking fighter at 170. I don't want this salty little fucker to touch the belt. If anybody's getting the belt, I do not want to see Sean Brady. I don't want to see Ian. Mate, I've gone out there and I've boxed the bleeding head off him. Keep in mind, he probably wins by split decision if he wins the belt. I want to see Joaquin Buckley as champion, dude, because this guy literally has come from fucking nothing. This guy lost to Alessio Di Chirico. People forget, man. This guy lost to fucking Darren the Dentist Stew. I don't think he actually did, but, he lost to some fucking jobbers at middleweight. And now he is on a bona fide welterweight title run, beating Colby, Wonderboy, probably going to beat Marty Usman as well. I think that Buckley getting the belt would be such a cool storyline that we would all have to be okay with it, dude. So for me, that would be like a damn, you know what? Life is good, bro. Like Joaquin Buckley's champion, that's fucking cool, dude. I could see myself vibing with the Joaquin Buckley title win. So that's my pick at welterweight. I feel like that's a pretty fair take. I know people are like, dude, Shavkat, man. Dude, Shavkat is the champion, bro. Yeah, dude, if you want a champion that fights once a year, Shavkat's the guy to call. Shavkat miraculously spawns back into the UFC every fucking December to fight. Other than that, this guy's sitting around doing fucking nothing all year, bro. I guarantee you if Shavkat somehow becomes... And dude, the funny thing about Shavkat, before I move on, this guy calls out JDM. He's like, my time will come. All right, brother. 2028 will be there when you deserve a title shot. You have 0 top 5 wins. You do not deserve a title shot now. You didn't deserve one already. You're lucky they tried to give you one. You couldn't even show up to that. We will see you in 2028 for your title shot. Until then, Joaquin Buckley is the guy, man. That's my pick. All right? Middleweight division. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is, dude. I'm going to be 110% honest with you guys, bro. I was joking about Rainier Dorita. I did not actually think he was Drickus 2.0. I know I've predicted everything perfectly along the way with him. I said he was going to beat Holland, GM3, Botnickel. I said he was going to finish all of those guys, and he has done that. But, bro, He's actually better than I thought, bro. And he's so goofy, and the build that he has is so fucking peculiar. There's no way this guy does not end up as champion. Like, I know the UFC so well, and if you've been watching for a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no way this goofy goober gets fraud checked by, like, Robert Whittaker, mate. Mate, I know he said, mate, Bobby Knuckles popping the fucking jab. Mate, he's going to be stopping the fucking oblique kicks. I fear that Robert Whittaker will get colded by a jab in this fight, dude. I can see Robert Whittaker getting slept by a fucking jab in this fight, dude. And I love Bobby Knuckles, bro. I want Bobby Knuckles to be joining the trilogy of Volk and JDM. I want Bobby Knuckles to be saying that, yeah, guys, we are all getting the belt back. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Reinier de Ridder will goofball his way to the belt. And I literally cannot wait to see it, bro. I feel like it's going to be such a funny fight because people are going to be acting like Drickus is this fucking... Dude, Drickus does terrible things to Reinier de Ridder, dude. Dude, Drickus dominates Reinier de Ridder. Even funnier it would be if it's Hamzat, bro. Brother, I'm gonna kill this guy, brother. I'm gonna smash this guy, brother. People would be literally acting like Reinier de Ridder does not deserve to be fighting for the belt. And I could just see him plot armoring his way to a championship win. I want to see this. Life will be hitting absolutely different when Reinier de Ridder becomes champion. Remember I said this. Remember the name Reinier de Ridder because this guy will be a champion. This kid's a superstar, all right? 2 divisions left to talk about. Let's talk about light heavyweight, man. It's almost like Anthony Smith's still here with us, man. It's like sometimes I can still hear his voice. I tried, guys. I tried. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll be in the gym, you know, someone's on my back. I'm holding a 2-on-1 grip and I just start thinking about him, dude. You know, it's like I still haven't really accepted that he's gone, you know? But the division has to move on. And I think that the happiest moment in 205 history will be the day Dominic Reyes gets the fucking belt that he rightfully beat John Jones for, dude. When Earthworm Dominic Reyes with his fucking jelly, like I heard MMA Guru say this. I actually agree with this so much. I used to think of Reyes as like this athletic, like, damn, he's fucking jacked, dude. He looks exactly the same, but now I look at him, I'm like, this is the guy KOing everyone at light heavyweight. This is the guy that beat Jones. He's got such a weird fucking build, but regardless of that, Dominic Reyes will be champion, bro. Oh my god, dude. Could you imagine the fucking edit economy? Could you imagine how good life's gonna feel when Reyes sleeps Ankalaev, dude? Like, that to me is like some movie shit, but I could actually see it happening. And I feel like the day that Reyes gets the belt back, the documentaries, the edits, the post-fight speech from Reyes, all of it is just going to make life feel so fucking good. I feel like this is one of those UFC storylines that if it goes all the way, which I think it could, one of the greatest redemption arcs in UFC history, one of the greatest storylines in UFC history, would be such a feel-good moment. I feel like this would be up there. Like, imagine this storyline, dude. Ankalaev beats Pereira again, manages to beat Yuri Prohaska, even though I think that's a really hard fight for him. And then Reyes has earned a title shot. Maybe he beats Jamal Hill or like, I don't even know, dude. Like Rakic and then Khalil or some shit like that, right? Dude, Dominic Reyes sleeping on Ankalaev when nobody believes in him would be fucking crazy, dude. And I think that would be some Rocky shit. So for me, life's going to be hitting different when Dominic Reyes is the champion, all right? Last one to talk about, heavyweight division. You know who it is. Good fighter, brother. Good days, brother. I feel like things are just going to be sunny and shiny and fucking happy when Shamil Gaziev gets this belt, dude. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm actually a bait and switching you right now, dude. When Curtis Blades gets that fucking belt, yeah, dude, I'm not switching up on my day ones, dude. People accuse me of switching up on Bilal. I'm sorry for just stating facts. I will never switch up on my fucking day ones. People that actually watch and support the channel like Curtis Blades. I will never switch up on my day ones unless I get rich and famous enough to do so. Then I will. But until that day comes, I'm not switching up, bro. Curtis Blades is one of the most underrated heavyweights of all fucking time. He deserves better than to be fighting Rizvan Kuniev, this fucking blob, in Azerbaijan. I don't even know where that is on a map. And he's being shipped there to fight this PFL jabroni, dude. And I think that Curtis Blades managing to get the belt, because he is actually really exciting as well. I don't know why people hate on Curtis Blades. I still cannot think of a single reason why people like celebrated when he lost to Derek Lewis and all this stuff. He is one of the best heavyweights in this division. He could beat Sergey Pavlovich in a rematch. He has beat most of the guys down below him, dude. I think he is one of the hardest fights for Tom Aspinall in this division. That just shows how good Aspinall is, by the way. Like, the fact that Aspinall managed to KO him shows how good Aspinall is. People act like Blades is bad or some shit for that. I promise you, Blades is better against Aspinall than a guy like fucking Cyril Gane or Sergey Pavlovich again or some shit like that, right? That being said, if Curtis Blades manages to win the belt, oh my god, dude, my life will be hitting different. This is one of those ones, like, for me personally, like when Bilal beat Leon Edwards, it was like, brother, it was like two Australia days happening at the same time. That's how life feels right now. Literally, I'm walking outside, I'm seeing random rainbows and shit, you know what I mean? People are just being nicer to me. The air is just hitting different. You know, I drink a beer, it just tastes better recently. That's how life is right now when Volk and JDM are champion. That's how it was when Bilal beat Leon Edwards. And I promise you, bro, that is how life is going to be when Curtis Razor Blades finally gets his hands on the heavyweight title. These are my picks of the UFC champions that I would like to see, that I think would save the UFC, would make life better. Let me know down below though, who is that guy for you? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We got some big things coming up in the works. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. It's going to be a longer video tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you there. Goodbye.